And we're live.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Welcome
Veronica.
on in. Hello, Stamatis. All
So
right,
for
we are
anyone,
at the top of the hour. Yes.
no, just say if anyone sees me looking that way, it's because I have the meeting monitor over there. So hope it's okay.
Everybody can hear us okay? You guys should have access to do reactions. Cool. Thank you.
Okay, great.
We'll just give it a minute or two, let people trickle in, and then we'll go ahead and get started. We're almost in June, everybody. Summer's here. I'm kind of excited.
Almost. Almost.
I don't know the actual date of when summer starts, but it's definitely been nice wearing shorts and getting a little tan when I'm outside now, so it's not too hot yet.
How about locations? Where are our viewers at the moment?
Yeah, guys, feel free to use the chat. You can let us know where you're joining us from. I know we have people from all over, so I think it'll be great to hear where everybody's at.
Lake City, Bronx, Baltimore.
Nice.
Baltimore
I'm in
is here.
California, Athens. All right, we'll give it one more minute and then we will go ahead and get started.
Yep, good question. Where are we based? Veronica, go ahead. Go first.
I am located in California. I'm around the middle part of it, so I'm like in between San Francisco and LA, about 4 or 5 hours each.
Yeah, I'm based in Athens, near the airport, on a coastal town. So yeah, that's it for me. For me, it's always summer.
Nice stuff. All right, so with that, we will go ahead and get started. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to wherever all of you are from. It is wonderful to be here with all of you today. Happy Tuesday, May 28th. So thank you again for joining another series of our masterclass sessions. We are excited to kick off our series today with our esteemed customer success manager, Stamatis. Many of you might already work with him or directly know him from our past masterclass sessions, so it's nice to be here again with you all today. We'll be chatting about our seamless collaboration and mastering teamwork within Transifex today. And then just as a reminder, our mission here is to lift that language barrier and empower you to engage the world. So we really hope that these sessions help simplify that journey and support the growth of your business and mission there. Before Somatis takes the floor, just want to go ahead. As you guys see, the chat is working here. So if you guys have any tips or tricks while we're going through stuff, please feel free to share that. If you guys have any questions, please try to utilize the questions tab. So then that way we can just easily spot those questions as they come through. And this is interactive, so please feel free to share any and exchange any insights with one another. We understand your time is valuable, so if you need to step away at any point during the session, don't worry about it. A recording will be emailed to you afterwards for your convenience. So with that, Estamatis, I will hand you the floor, and you have it.
All right. So Veronica, thank you for the intro, and thanks everyone for being here and participating in this webinar. I'll go straight to the presentation. So I'll talk about for who and why is this training important. So anyone working on translation projects and wants to improve communication in Transifex will benefit from this webinar. Regardless of your expertise level, communication in Transifex can improve the way teams work and how projects are managed. So I'm going to show you how. So further to that, why is this training important? Below are different values listed that are essential for successful translation projects. Not only for that, but our scope for today is localization, so we will focus on that. And all this results from proper collaboration. So on quality, teamwork ensures accurate and consistent translations. Efficiency, clear communication speeds up project completion. Regarding team unity, collaboration will boost productivity and team spirit. Now, in terms of feedback, open feedback always encourages learning and improvement. Regarding management of projects, we know that proper collaboration helps coordinate tasks and track progress. So it all comes down to client satisfaction. So all the above qualities will help to produce high quality, timely deliveries, making clients happy. So after this masterclass on Transifex, you will be able to better understand how to collaborate using the platform. I will demo that now. So a bit about our agenda for today. I'm going to help you understand how to collaborate in Transifex. And to do that, we're going to describe different use cases for our communication methods. These are comments, issues, announcements, discussions, private messages, and Slack. Just, I will stop there a bit. Angeline cannot see the presentation. Okay, the rest can see. All right. So I will move forward with talking about collaborating through issues and comments. I'm going to describe what is the difference between them, how to create each, and who receives it. Now, in Transifex, comments are for general discussion and feedback on strings. They're visible to everyone and used for clarification and discussing translation choices. Issues, on the other hand, are more formal. They're used to report problems or concerns with translations, like errors or inconsistencies. Issues can be assigned to specific team members for resolution and are tracked until resolved. So in this scenario that I'm going to show you, the translator encounters a problematic string while working on a translation and wants to notify the project manager about it. So project manager PM will be short from now on. So the translator creates an issue directly on the string in Transifex, highlighting the question and asking for guidance. The PM receives a notification and is able to respond, supporting with this way the resolution of the issue. So we're right on the string. The translator sees a no translate tag, isn't sure if that should be there. So he will go to the comments area, click on add issue. Note that the difference between an issue and the comment is that the comment does not have the option to add the category of priority. You can add a category. Now we will add a priority here, which is a blocker. We will add a recipient. Make sure that when you type a username, that will appear in a list like here, and you will select from that list. If it doesn't, it's maybe there's either a typo or the user doesn't exist. So I add the question to the PM, add issue, and there you go. That's how it is. So in the next slide, we will see the response. So following the issue creation, we will see the manager's inbox with the relevant notification and subsequent response. Now, this is how the notification looks. You can see the different details in the notification, different links to the resource. Also on the bottom, you have the view string button. So you will click on that, and that will open a new window that will take you directly to the string. So you will be able to review what's going on, see the text, and you can decide to either reply, delete, or resolve. Again, adding the recipient, adding the text. Now I made sure that indeed I had selected the recipient name from the list. And there you go. Now we'll move to our next method, which is about announcements and discussions. So we're going to talk about what is the difference between an announcement and a discussion, how to create each, and who receives it. So a little bit more on that. In Transifex, announcements are for sharing important updates with everyone involved in a project or on an org level, like deadlines or policy changes. They're for the most part one-way messages on an org or project level. Replies are possible though. The discussions, on the other hand, are more intended for interactive conversations on a team level, so the members are notified. They're used for ongoing dialogue on specific topics related to the project. And note that the announcements feature is available on the growth plan and above. So in this case, I'm going to show you an announcement created with a reply added. In this scenario, the PM wants to announce the pending addition of material to the translation team and notify them on the scope and relevant dates. So what the PM will do is to create an announcement in Transifex, add the relevant details, and then the team members can reply in the thread below the announcement, sharing their thoughts and asking questions. So we start from the main page. We will go on the upper right corner where the announcement button is. Click on it. Where in the announcement area, you can see that you can filter for project or user if the announcements are many. Now it's empty, so we're just going to create an announcement. Our announcement is on a project level, so we select project. We assign a project. We will add a title and the text of the announcement. Click create. We're going to have a message that it was created successfully. I'm going to give it a moment and then it will show. Now note that regarding the permissions on this topic, so the administrators can create both organization and project announcements. They can view, reply, and delete any announcement within their organization. The project maintainers can do all of the above actions: create, view, reply, delete project announcements for the projects they are responsible for. Now, the rest of the localization team, so team managers, language coordinators, reviewers, and translators, cannot create or delete announcements. They can only view and respond to organization announcements and project announcements associated with the projects they are assigned to. So in the next slide, following the announcement creation, we will see the notification received by the team members. No need to always check for new messages in Transifex. So this is the notification that came to the mail. Notice the different information there: name of the sender, project name, name of org, the text of the announcement, and also you have different ways to directly access the announcement. You can do that from the title, content articles. You can do it from the reply button, and you can also do it from the link which is below the button. Make sure to click one of those ways, so click reply, and don't respond to the mail because it will not get where it should. So in this case, I just clicked on the title. It opens a new window. So you see the announcement. Clicking on reply. Note that you are limited to 3,000 characters. Adding the text click and add, and it worked. Moving on to the next slide about the discussions and how to create one. So in this case, the scenario is similar to the announcement, but this time the PM creates a discussion with the team members on the topic of the new material being added. So the PM will start the discussion, include the relevant details, and then the team members can engage in a discussion thread below the announcement, sharing their thoughts and asking questions. So to create a discussion, again, we are on the main dashboard page. You go to Teams. You will have different translation teams being listed. Find the one that you are interested in starting a discussion and click on the discussion box. So here, for example, if there are many discussions, they can be assigned a category according to the language. Here it was just Greek, so I'm showing you that. You can click on the title, so you will see the entire discussion. You can click on reply to reply on the individual response. And if you want to create a discussion, you go a level up, click on discussions, then the new discussion button. You can assign a language, add a title, add text, and when you do that, you will be able to add it. So I will move forward to our next slide about private messages. So we're going to talk about what is a private message, how to create one, and what's special about it. So Transifex offers an in-app messaging system. Unlike announcements and discussions, messages can be sent to individual collaborators. What is good about the private message is that it offers privacy and discretion. Whether it's about a sensitive matter or you just don't want to spam others, a private message will do the trick. Now we're on the main dashboard, and before I show you the messages, I would just like to point that right above the profile icon, you have a bell icon. So this is also a place where you have different notifications being sent. This is just something to have in mind. So to create a message, you click on the profile icon, click on messages. And here you see there are, now we're on the messaging area. There are 3 different folders: inbox, sent, and trash. Each of them will have the compose button. Right now we're in the inbox. There is a message there. I will click on the title to see it. I can either reply or delete. I will delete it in this case. You're informed that it actually happened. In the sent folder, you can see all the messages that have been sent and you can delete them. Also, you can go on the trash folder and see everything that's deleted and decide to restore it if you want. Now we'll go back to the inbox, click compose. So you add a recipient name, you add title, you will also add the text of the message. And finally, you will add the code of the picture here to enable the send message button. Successful message. And you can see it in the send folder. So next and last thing to demonstrate is the Slack method. I'm going to talk to you about how does Slack help, how do the notifications in Slack look, and who receives it. So about Slack integration, users who use Slack for communication can receive notifications and track progress in their preferred Slack channel. And note that the integration is available for the growth plan and above. So what can you do with that? You can receive notifications, get informed, take actions like replying directly through Slack to string issues or comments, monitor progress based on statistical reports generated within Slack, And note that using Slack can help with project management overall. Now, the installation. It's quite simple. I'm going to show that in a moment. Only the org admins can install the integration. They can do so from the organization settings and integration section in Transifex. You can also have / commands that are available for users with the Transifex app installed in Slack. This allows users to perform actions like list projects, check project progress, get issue lists, and more. And also, the organization admin can configure the Slack notifications to either restrict the events that will be sent to Slack and from the Manage Integration section. So yes, this integration overall improves collaboration and communication and will enable easy project management and monitoring directly in Slack. So, in this scenario, the translation team wants to stay updated on project progress and receive notifications about new strings and translation updates in real time. The admin will set up Slack integration with Transifex, allowing project activity notifications to be sent to a designated Slack channel. Team members can view these notifications in Slack and stay informed about project developments without needing to check Transifex directly. So we're on main dashboard page, click on the profile icon, settings, then integrations, scroll lower until you see Slack. So in my case, it's green and authorized because it's already installed. You can also click notification settings. So now you see the different types of events that are being sent in Slack. And from here, you can also remove the installation. Now, this is how the Slack channel looks. I've selected the dark theme. That's how I prefer it. And I will start by showing you different types of notifications that come in. So the first is a new resource being uploaded. Right below that is the same resource that was updated. And below that, you have a notification on a language being 100% translated. After that, we moved to the reviewed stage. So also the 100% reviewed for a particular language came as a notification. So what I'm going to show you next are the notifications for the issues or the announcements created. Note that what we showed already about the issues or the announcements were sent real-time in Slack, and we're going to see that now. So first is the issue that we created earlier. You have all the details like sender, link to the string, project, etc. You also have the text. You can decide to either resolve or reply to the issue directly in Slack. This is what I did. And that's coming right below. And my response was sent also directly to Transifex. Now, last on this point is the announcement that we created, and here it is. Following that, I will show you the / commands. So the first thing we have is the projects of the organization being listed. Coming up next is the progress of a particular project. The same thing, but for a particular language. Again, but on a resource level. And now we combined the command for a particular project, resource, and language. And this is the result. What will appear last is the open issues for a particular project. Now, these are the different methods that we have in Transifex to facilitate communication. And finishing this presentation, I will recap its method and its use. So allow me a little bit of reading of the slides here. I know you can do it, but please bear for a moment. So comments is about discussing specific content, asking questions or giving feedback. Issues is about reporting translation problems like errors or inconsistencies. Announcements are for sharing important updates with the whole team, other or an organization or a project level. Discussions are about having interactive conversations on specific topics. Private messages is for one-on-one communication on sensitive matters, private feedback. And Slack, as you just saw, is getting real-time notifications and updates that will speed up your collaboration. All that without the need to check inbox or go into Transifex every time. So this was it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. And I would like to hear also your opinion on how do you communicate in Transifex? Do you use Transifex? You have different types of messengers, and if this webinar made it more interesting for you to try it out. Nice, a good question from Jack. Can you send a message to multiple users? Yes, you can. Basically, I could have shown that, but I didn't. So yes, you can give the names of different recipients, and they will receive it. Now, what will happen if you don't add a recipient when it comes to the, let's say, the issues? It won't go to anyone. So keep in mind to have someone as part of the issue structure. So hi, Veronica, again.
I see some people are typing, so let's give it a few more minutes.
Yep. Angeline is typing a long question, I think. So, Angeline says, I have a question. When I assign a task, I would like to add a text with recommendation and links. I thought I could use the description box for that, but no idea where this goes because it doesn't appear in the email. That's an interesting question, Angeline. So what I wanted to say before is for anything that I won't be able to answer from the top of my head, I will follow up with you. So yes, this is something that I will look into and get back to you. Note that this video will also be posted on YouTube. So if someone will watch this and has any questions, feel free to engage and we will respond. Most welcome, Angeline. So for that particular case regarding a task, what communication would be the best? What type of communication? So you can either have, now let's say that the task will be assigned to a particular set of translators that are part of a translation team. You can have either the discussion option to make your point there, or you can make, let's say, a project announcement. That would also help. hope that covers you. And if you get to try it out, let me know how it worked.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Tomatis. And just in case anybody else is typing, please feel free to continue to ask your questions. Just want to thanks Tomatis for creating this presentation for us, and thank every one of you that has stayed with us through today's session. Please be sure to just check out our help center on the Transifex website if you guys have any further questions about this, or you can always reach out to our support team. We're always here to help answer any types of questions you have. We also have our community forum, so make sure your voice is heard in there, and you can learn tons of tips and tricks on how other people are utilizing the product there. And of course, again, if you have any questions, support team is also here. You can always send us an email or just talk to us via intercom in the editor itself. With that, just in case there's any last minute questions, I'll leave it here for a second. Let me just double check all the other areas, make sure we didn't miss anything here. See a few people typing, so let's just give it one more minute or so.
Okay, thank you to Barry. And Angelina is asking, where would you add a link for context for a resource? Now, on a resource level, I think there are also instructions, notes, but if not, link for context on a resource. Now, usually these type of things are added also on a string level. You have string instructions, but I have in mind that also on a resource there are notes you can add. Let me confirm that really quickly. Right, on a resource level, if you go to the resource and click on settings, you can add, for example, a link also in the category. Let me know if that helps. You're welcome.
And just to remind everybody, this is the first of our series, so we have 3 more coming up. They will be on the same day, so every Tuesday at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, and 6 p.m. Eastern European Time. So please feel free to go ahead and sign up for our sessions now. You can do that in the registration page that you guys were at earlier to sign up for this one. And again, these will be recorded and sent out to you guys as well. Just one last thing before we go here. When you guys get the recording, you guys will also receive an email for the survey. Please, please, please feel free to take that. It really helps us understand how we're doing here, and any kind of topics that you guys would like to discuss in the future, please let us know, so then that way we can make sure that these are designed for you guys in mind. All right, well, I think that's all the questions we have. Thank you so much, everybody, for your time. We have one more person typing, just in case that's a question. We can keep that as well. But thank you, everybody, for your time. Thank you, Stamatis, for a wonderful presentation. And we will see you guys here next Tuesday at the same time.
Thank you, everyone. See you again. Bye-bye.
Bye.